What is going on, my fellow gamers? Welcome to my review of Devil May Cry 5, and thank you for tuning in. Now let's just get right to it. This game, in one word, is simply spectacular. Yes, I am a fan of this series. Yes, I have played the past games. This is also an excellent game for newcomers to this series, as Capcom does an excellent job executing this story well for the DMC faithful, while also explaining the story well for the new players to the series. I stayed idle in my gameplay walkthroughs on YouTube because I really didn't want to give anything away to players who haven't played this game. But this is a full-on spoiler review, so you have been warned. But to continue, whether you have played Devil May Cry games in the past or you are now new to this series, my bet is on you loving this game. Devil May Cry 5 is a hack and slash game that takes place in Redgrave City. A demon named Urizen has taken over the city and planted a demonic tree called the Qliphoth that is killing people for their blood. Dark sounding story, I know, but the mood is lightened by the characters in this game that you play throughout it. Nero, Dante, and newcomer to the series, V. All three characters are fun to play as, and all three have different playing styles as well. They are all on different paths, but share the same goal in taking down Urizen. Nero had a demonic arm that was taken from him by Urizen. Dante is hired by V to take down Urizen, and V offers up his assistance as well. Playing as Nero, you are equipped with his Red Queen sword and Blue Rose revolver. But the best and most fun part about playing as Nero are his Devil Breakers. His gunsmith Nico, who provides also some good comic relief, hooks him up with some badass mechanical arms to bust up some demons. All of these mechanical arms having unique and multiple abilities makes Nero a character that is far from repetitive. DMC players will know Dante well. He's the seasoned vet of this game, and as you progress in the game with him, you will have more weapons and moves at your disposal than John Wick. You can play with Dante pretty easily, but he can also at the same time be difficult to master if you really want to style up your character and play on the harder difficulties, which I'll get into next. But lastly, certainly not least, is V. This character is a welcomed addition to DMC, and his gameplay is flat out awesome and very different from Dante and Nero. V himself isn't much of a fighter. He's an emotionless character, mysterious, that walks around reading and using a cane. So no guns and swords for this character, but I had the most fun playing as him. V uses his demonic pets, Griffin, a talking bird, Shadow, a panther, and third, his special and limited time attack, Nightmare, a powerful beast who can do some serious damage and get you out of a tight spot and even find hidden places in the levels by busting through walls. Between the combat and the battering of Griffin, his bird, V is a blast to play as, bringing in some fresh new gameplay to this fifth installment. This game isn't long, and it's not meant to be. There are 20 levels, roughly about 30 minutes each with cutscenes. Each character gets his fair share of playing time. There are a lot of secrets and unlockables in this game, so besides the main missions, there are 12 secret missions hidden in different levels throughout this game, each having a goal you can optionally complete to get a reward. The form of currency in this game are orbs, red orbs being the main one. You can use these orbs to buy new moves, new Devil Breakers for Nero, or other types of orbs. Green orbs are going to help you heal up. Blue orbs increase your health bar size. Gold orbs give you an additional life if you die. Purple orbs increase your Devil Trigger gauge. This brings out the limited special attack in whichever character you're using at the time. And lastly, white orbs can be used to recover that Devil Trigger gauge that you deplete over time from using it. You can use all of these orbs to make your character more powerful and learn new moves in the customization menu. Capcom makes it super easy by categorizing new moves, explaining how to execute them, and even letting you try before you buy in something called the Void. And in Nero's case, you can buy new Devil Breaker arms. The customization menu is well designed, but it's big. It's hard to remember all the moves, and you pay a pretty high price for the moves that you do buy. You will have a chance to customize your character at the start of each mission. You get scored on each mission based on how many orbs you collect, taking as little damage as possible, and how your stylish moves are while you're in combat. Taking no damage, using a wide variety of moves will up your style. The rankings are dismal, crazy, badass, apocalyptic, savage, 6 skills, and smoking sexy style. So get that triple S. Be active, switch up your moves, try not to take damage, and don't stay idle for too long. Just because you reach a high rank doesn't mean you'll keep it. It will decrease over time if you're not on the attack or you take damage. Now, getting back to the campaign, the missions are fun and you face a wide variety of enemies, so things never get dull. The graphics, especially in the cutscenes, are amazing, per usual by Capcom, as they don't leave a single detail out. You'll face a boss on every level, and again, a great job by Capcom in creating these bosses, making you think your strategy every time. Now, as I'm sure many of you who have played DMC before knew that V and Urizen were in some form Virgil, Dante's brother. And I think newcomers will also see in this game why he is such a beloved character, even in his short amount of screen time. Stick around after the game ends, and there are some after-credit cutscenes, and you get to play during the credits, which I thought was a little cool addition. As I mentioned before, this is a short game, and it's meant to be. There are 6 total difficulties in this game. Human, which is great for newcomers to this series. Devil Hunter, which gets you started if you played a couple of the Devil May Cry games in the past, but these are the only 2 difficulties that are available to you at the start of the game. You must play the game on every difficulty to unlock the next one up. Next is Son of Sparta, which will give you a nice challenge. Dante Must Die, which is going to test your skill and your patience. And the last 2, Heaven and Hell, and the last one being Hell and Hell. I played every difficulty, including Dante Must Die. But now that I beat the game on Dante Must Die, I think this is where I stop. Heaven and Hell are meant for the best of the best, and I can be honest, that's not me. I maybe will try Heaven and Hell at some point, but to me, they just seem impossible. But they are not. I've seen them done on YouTube by other players while taking no damage whatsoever. It's really amazing what some of these players can do in this game. So it can be done. The great thing also about it is once you discover a secret mission or a collectible, it saves. You don't have to do it on every difficulty. Try out the free DLC that comes in this game, the Bloody Palace. 101 floors of enemy mayhem, fighting your way to the top. Tread carefully though, because if you die, you have to start all the way from the beginning. I have to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed that there will be no further DLC, and especially that there was no option to play as Virgil in the Bloody Palace. This game gets my full endorsement though, and new or seasoned, you will love this game. And you would think playing the same campaign over and over on higher difficulties would get old, but it doesn't. The game will keep you coming back to perfect your craft, and the Bloody Palace is a challenge in itself. But it's well-designed gameplay, loving characters, the story in Devil May Cry is the best installment in this series yet. I really can't say too many things bad about this game. I ran into one bug in this game the entire time I played it, so it's very well polished. The combat system isn't perfect, but it's damn near close. It's very disappointing that you can't play as Virgil in this game or even in the DLC in the Bloody Palace, especially since he's such a fan favorite. I'm really surprised that they did not include him in that aspect. Having said all that, though, I give this game a 9.7. It's well designed, it's got great and likable characters with excellent dialogue. The graphics are phenomenal, the story's well thought out. It's got enough to keep you coming back and wanting more with a wide variety of enemies, and it's going to have you wanting to perfect your craft at each character in this game. So tell me, guys, what'd you think of this game? Did you purchase it? What'd you like about it? Will you be purchasing it? And also what you thought of this video. Leave it in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Much more content to come on this channel. Thanks again, guys, for watching. This is Volatin, signing off.